Welcome to 5 Minutes, your quick dive into the wide-ranging world of insurance, technology, and leadership. I'm Miguel Edwards, and I'll be your guide as we explore these topics that are transforming not just the insurance industry, but the business world at large. Along with sharing observations I've made over the span of my career in insurance, technology, and operations, I'll be chatting with some of the brightest minds in business and leadership. Whether you're a seasoned executive or a rising star, an industry expert, or just curious about how technology is revolutionizing insurance, this is your perfect spot for your weekly dose of insights. This is 5 Minutes. Nicole and Bill, thanks so much for joining us here at ITC 2020-25, and we are on ITC TV, which is a brand new invention, right? Co-created here, and super excited for what this means for us going forward. So, with that in mind, just kind of give us a little bit of a perspective of what do you see on the horizon for 2025 and what this year's conference means for us.
Absolutely. I'll kick us off, and then I'll let you
Awesome.
let us take us home. Yeah. Agentic AI has been omnipresent now for 2 years, so we are seeing it everywhere. It almost becomes something we don't talk about because it's a given at this point. I'd say that the two themes that we've seen really bubble to the surface this year, or maybe three, would be just real customer centricity. Ton of companies really focusing on that customer experience. Second one would be just hearing about all those companies that are involved in prevention and seeing a ton of not even insurtechs or tech companies from health, cyber, and climate coming into play. So this is starting to become the playing field has gotten a little bit bigger, the playground has gotten a little bit larger. And I had a third one, which is escaping me, but it would have been...
I'll jump in with distribution.
I was going to say MGAs is my third.
The brokers.
Yep, there we go.
Massive experience with agents and brokers, and just also like specialty insurance. You know, everyone is really, again, doing excellent in their niche.
Yep.
And you see, recently there's been a lot of IPOs on the specialty side. So, there's just a lot happening. The flywheel is really going because everyone is trying to figure out how do I accelerate, the innovation that's happening through all these great technologies.
Yep.
How can I now, people are kind of done with the testing phase.
Sure.
Now they're saying, okay, let's look at the output. Let's look at what we're getting and then fine tune and tweak a little bit. So it's in this interesting phase right now.
I love that. So with everything that you just listed off, I mean, that's a massive agenda, if you will, of content to cover in 3 days. And I'm imagining myself as an ITC attendee. Maybe I'm a first-time attendee. How do I take this in? Like, what is the best way for me to maximize my experience with so much going on?
Yeah, you got to start with the app, really. I mean, that's what we tell everyone. There's so much in the app. There's so many connections to make. Again, we called it ITC back 10 years ago because it was InsurTech Connect. It's all about connecting the people with the technology, with each other, obviously, with the investment resources and dollars. So the app is really kind of the gateway to that. We're a tech show, so we rely heavily on the app.
Yep.
You need a game plan, right? So that app is going to give you that information, but if you are unsure of the topics you want to cover or the themes that you are interested in, we have tagged all of our content, all of our stages, all of our sponsors very well, so that if there is something that you are interested in pursuing, you can find that information. And you need to curate this experience. We do a lot for you. We provide you a ton of tracks where we curate content. Then we have programs on the show floor where we curate sponsors around that, specific meetups, specific groups. We make our show floor feel much smaller because we're putting like with like as well, which is somewhat unique to this event.
Yeah. No, I think I observed, I see the kind of you verticalize all of those tracks every day. So it's like, I want to focus here. So you could just run straight down and you're kind of
there's so much to consume.
Yeah.
We have 12 stages running simultaneously. Downstairs on the expo floor, we have neighborhoods, again, to make it feel a little bit smaller because it's such a big show.
Sure.
So we have the LATAM neighborhood, the agents, or the distribution neighborhood, agents, brokers, and MGAs, the life, health, and benefits neighborhood, and of course the innovation neighborhood, where the startups are, and the demo stage, and the innovation stage. It's just so much to consume, again, it's easy once you kind of filter it and narrow it down to specialize. It also helps, again, curate those connections where birds of a feather kind of flock together. So you can find people just, serendipitously, just, hey, you're in life also? Okay. So it's worked out now.
I also take it back, though, to what Bill said. This is an event where you come to make connections. So this is an event where you have to prepare yourself for discussions and talks. You might not close a deal in the moment, and you shouldn't come here expecting to do so. But you should, because most approach this event as a way to open up a ton of doors and opportunities and follow up with them. The one-to-one meeting zone, which is where most people take their meetings, is unlike anything I've ever seen in my 30-plus years of running events. The connections and meetings that take place here are second to none.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.